back to Birds and Swords, our first official live video episode. So if you're watching us on YouTube, here we are. Hello. This is what we look like. Otherwise, on Spotify and everything else, you'll hear us like normal. But yeah, first video episode. So very exciting. Very exciting. Right?
Woohoo!
How's it going, Alyssa? We got Alyssa here. This is what she looks like.
This is me. Hello.
How's it going tonight?
Good. How are you?
I am amazing. Good to be back. We're coming off of our fantasy draft, which was super fun. I guess we could announce the results.
Oh, yeah. We need to announce the winners. Yeah. Do it.
Well, you're okay.
Go.
You're okay announcing the winners. So we put it to a vote on Facebook. So you, the listener, have chosen that Alyssa had the best drafted team of video game characters, and it was really the goose that did it.
It was. It seemed like the comments of the people that commented about the drafts were all like, it's all that goose, man, the entitled goose.
And we laughed at you at the time for taking a kicker, second or third overall.
Yeah.
And it ends up that's what put it over for you. That was a lot of fun, though. We're definitely going to do that again next year, maybe even go into a little bit more detail, but Alyssa's the winner. Woo. I think I came in last. And I really liked my team.
I thought you had a great team. Yeah. I thought we all had good teams.
Kratos is leading the way. No, wasn't good enough for the listeners, but that's okay. That's okay. Somebody's got to win.
Ooh.
Anyway, good to be back. We're going to talk today about some games that we've been playing. We're into the fall season. We kind of talked about this earlier. Once we kind of get into fall and winter, we really get back on the sticks a lot more. So we're going to be doing way more gaming coming up. And we've already started. I guess.
I'm starting to get back into it, I feel like, after a nice long summer.
We've got things to talk about. So some games that we've been playing, looking forward to that. And then we're going to talk about some games that we're excited for. They're coming out this fall. Everybody knows fall is a huge time for video game releases. There's definitely some big ones that we're going to play right away. So we're really excited to get in and talk about that. Do we get a bird story, though, first? Every episode needs a bird story, right?
Yeah, just a little bird story. Just a reminder on how I am definitely the crazy bird lady in the community. So for those that don't know, I travel a lot for work between the different venues of the company. And I was at Brookfield for that location last week. And when I got there, I was working at the bar, and someone said that there was sick mourning doves outside and that they were getting security to get rid of them.
What's mourning dove? I feel
mourning dove is like think of like mini pigeon. It's like a little brown mini pigeon.
Okay.
So when I went outside, I saw them and I saw security trying to take them away. But I know birds, and they were not sick. They were just babies. Aww. And so I dramatically threw myself over the birds and started sobbing. And I was like, you can't take them. They're not sick. They're babies. We have to protect them. And I was like, look at their poops. They're healthy. These are healthy poops.
Oh my God.
And all these people were like, who is this lady? Why did she?
If you're talking about the poops, yeah.
Right. Like nobody knew who I was except like the two managers that were there, all of security. I was like fighting back security. I was like, stay away. These are my babies. And it was like this whole ordeal. And I ended up calling the wildlife preserve to be like, hey, we have these baby birds. Put them on speaker to convince everybody that we should not move them or relocate them or anything.
So and where were they at? They were in Brookfield, which is a western nice suburb of Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Were they like by a pond or?
They were on our patio. They were like underneath one of the benches. Yeah. So they were just like chilling there, just being little cuties. And because they were kind of like docile, they thought they were sick, but they were just babies. They were just learning how to use their legs and wings.
You're right.
And when I called the wildlife preserve, they were like, yep, sounds like fledglings. Leave them alone. And I was like, I was right.
So how's that leave them alone? So how's that transpired?
I don't know, because I had to leave. I had meetings, but I made them all tape off the area. Nobody's allowed to sit by that bench. And I said in 2 or 3 days, they should fly away.
So was there a nest in there? Like, how does that work?
I think what happened, because what typically happens with like fledglings is like the mom boots them out of the nest and then keeps an eye on them while they figure out their shit. And so I think they were on like day 1 or 2 of figuring out their shit. So like they couldn't totally fly yet, but they were kind of figuring it out.
So they probably aren't there anymore.
Right. They should be gone by now, in theory.
Yeah.
But some people wanted to boot them out of the patio, and I am too crazy for that. So it was not, I was like, you picked the wrong day to have birds on your patio.
That's
so
hilarious.
That's my recent bird story. So now everybody at that location knows that I am psycho for birds.
I feel like morning doves.
Yeah.
I feel like those are kind of common.
Yeah. They're relatively common, especially in suburban areas, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big old chunky peepers.
Yeah.
I love them.
Loafs.
Yeah.
You hold them in there, hold them in your hand. They're just a little loaf.
I love them.
Nice.
So.
That's good. That's good. Good for you. Saving the morning doves.
Yay.
We don't care how many, there are. You've talked about pigeons before. Like,
Yeah.
there's just too many pigeons. You're like, no.
No way. Not enough.
No, you fucked this up.
I want one seagull for my birthday.
One seagull?
Just one. I want him to scream.
Does anybody have a seagull as a pet?
I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, I don't
but that'd be cool if you could just grab one.
I'm sure there's a few people where they're like, yeah, Billy comes around my house. I know it's the same one because I
have this like moment where I had like this spiritual connection with a seagull. So I was having a mental breakdown at like 5 a.m. in this alley once, and I was like sobbing uncontrollably. And this seagull landed on the dumpster next to me and started eating a whole chicken wing. And we shared a moment, and that was our moment.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, it was great. He like ripped open a garbage bag for it too. Like he knew it was in there. Like he was like, I know what I can find. Yeah.
It out.
And I watched him just like deep throat the chicken wing, and I was like sobbing from my mental breakdown. And I was like, this is it. We are having a connection right now.
Wow. That's hilarious. There will always be birds. There will always be birds.
Yes, they're there for you. You have to accept them.
Yes. Okay, before we get into anything else, what's tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
The day after 9/11.
Oh God, you had to deal with that, huh? Like,
yeah. Almost a 9/11 birthday. But tomorrow's my birthday. The day after the towers.
Yeah, man. What birthday was that for you? Like 15 or 16?
It was 2001, right? 5.
Oh, so you'd have been like 7.
Yeah, I was 7.
So you weren't really comprehending all of that.
I was just pumped for my birthday the next day, and suddenly we had like terrorists and stuff.
All right, so for Alyssa's birthday, we actually have a birthday cake.
No way!
I even had her write on there.
Oh, that's so cute.
The lady at the bakery.
Oh.
So happy birthday. Hang on, I got more.
Where do I put it? Here?
Yeah, just set it there.
There.
If you're on video, well, I don't know.
We can move it.
We're going to shove, I did wash her.
Yeah.
I don't have much. I was going to try to find a bird, but we're going to shove Kyrie into the birthday cake.
Cute.
I haven't even opened the candles, but here we go. We're going to do the whole thing.
No, not
We're doing the whole thing.
Entire thing. No.
I think this probably... Is there a boo button? This probably makes you feel worse about forgetting mine.
I hate it so much.
Didn't even acknowledge... But that's okay. That's okay.
I know.
You're not the kind of... It doesn't mean you care any less. You're just not...
I'm just so bad.
Remembering dates and shit. That's not your thing.
My mom has to remind me about her birthday, and she's been there my whole life.
We're just going to go 2 candles. Do you want to tell everybody how old you are, or are we keeping that
29.
secret? 29.
Almost 30.
The last year of her 20s. Man, you can't even see it on the video. Can you hold it up? We lit 2 candles. One for...
Can you say it?
One for each. Yeah, it looks good. No, it looks good. Okay. Let me see. Hang on. All right. Happy birthday to you. You hear the birds?
I do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alyssa. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish. Make a birds and swords wish.
Oh, man.
Nice. It's good. We're going to eat some of that later.
Yes, thank you. That was so nice. Wow. That was so nice.
Dude. Well, I know that you love cake.
I do.
So figured that was the best gift to kind of go for. She's already picking candies off. Do those come off? Are they just icing?
It's just icing. I just pulled some off.
Yeah, it's been in the fridge. It's buttercream and yellow cake.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't know.
I'm pumped.
So there we go.
Thank you. Thank you, Micah.
Alyssa's birthday tomorrow. Reach out to her. Tell her happy birthday.
Give me a seagull.
All right. You want to talk about video games?
Yeah.
All right. If our mouths are full during this, we might be eating cake. I can't confirm or deny that. All right, so let's get into some things that we've been playing. I have been into Madden. I made a post in Birds and Swords about Madden, how I buy it every single year since, did I put a year? Since '04? I don't know.
I don't remember, but that's crazy.
Since I've been old enough or had enough money to buy video games.
Is each year that significantly different that it's worth buying?
No,
okay.
Not at all.
Not the answer is expected.
Not at all.
So they're pretty similar each year.
Well, some years are definitely a bigger jump than others. Like I feel this year is, they kind of have different player models. They've added some stuff to the franchise mode, which I'll talk about in a second, but no, definitely not. They're like DLC updates most of the time.
Yeah.
But you always want those like newer roster, like the new rosters. You want all the rookies in there. Like that's a big deal. Or if there's new uniforms or something. I don't know.
So these are real players that you play with?
Yeah.
Do you get to build your own character at all?
You can. There's a My Player mode where it's kind of like a single player story where you build your player up to be good and, win Super Bowls and go to the Hall of Fame and shit. Yeah. I'm more of a franchise player. So that means I play like the owner of the team. So it's almost like an RPG.
Oh, I see. So you're like not the coach, but like
like
investor.
The step above him. I mean, you still play the video. You play the games, and determine your record and win and lose, and do all of that. She's just snarfing down. Do you want a fork? I should have brought forks in.
No, it's okay.
When we go on break, we'll go grab forks. But as a owner, you control like ticket prices, merchandise prices. You have to re-sign players, hire coaching staff. You have like
so it's like Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like that, but sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really like a deep RPG mode, but you still get to, or ownership, life.
That's kind of fun.
Life sim, maybe.
Yeah.
Even, where you really get to control all aspects of your team.
That's kind of cool.
Something that I did though. You can relocate teams. Are you aware that NFL teams or sports teams in general can relocate cities even?
No.
Like they can move them across the country?
Oh, wait, yeah, I think you mentioned this when we were doing our fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, it happened to the Rams. They used to be the St. Louis Rams. Now they're Los Angeles because they moved them there. Again, don't have a boo button. What I did, and you can do that in Madden, right? And you used to not be able to do it like right away in the first season. You used to, because you advance weeks, right? It's week 1, week 2, week 3, and like more options would become available as you pass through time.
Yeah.
But this year you can just do it right off the bat. You can just change cities. So the Arizona Cardinals, if you didn't know, they used to be the St. Louis Cardinals, just like the baseball team. They were the St. Louis football Cardinals.
That last time when because I said there's a Cardinals football team too.
Yeah. Yep. More birds.
And they moved.
Yep. And they moved to Phoenix in 1988 or 89.
Wow.
I forget. I was a little guy. But so I started a franchise as Madden, chose the Arizona Cardinals, moved them back to St. Louis.
Yes.
So I'm the St. Louis Cardinals.
Was it this or MLB that you could build your own stadium?
MLB.
Oh, okay.
You can choose. You do have to choose a stadium, but you choose from like 6 types. And that's just kind of it. You don't really get to build it.
Goal of the game, if you're doing ticket prices and stuff, like it's
make money, be successful.
Okay, so you want to win and make money.
Yeah, and it factors in like fan happiness and player happiness, and all of that's affected as well.
There's a lot of like algorithms and stuff in this game.
Oh yeah,
wow,
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And you can do certain things. And even like you have a pro shop, so you can change the price of jerseys, hats.
Really?
Like all individually.
That's so detailed.
Yeah. Or tickets or parking or any of that stuff.
You get to like design the shirts and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Based on the video you're watching, we kind of talked about this backwards. I got some of the franchise stuff coming up later. As far as the game is definitely as good as it's ever been on the field, I feel like. Gameplay is hard to match in Madden. Like, there's always something wrong with it, right? It's just hard to mimic players. Well, there's 22 people on the field, so players colliding all of the time. Like, that's hard to do in a video game. So there's always kind of some negative connotation where Madden's janky or Madden's broken. It's just hard, I feel like.
Yeah.
This year, I feel like it's the best, and it should be. I think the gameplay pretty much improves every season. But I think the biggest improvement has been like the player models and animations. Now they always say we added 100 new animations this year, but I don't feel like it's something noticeable, and you really feel like you notice it this season. Like the tackles, they even like pick up the guys sometimes.
Oh wow!
Like the collision system is way better than it's been.
That's awesome.
So on the field, really good. The AI I also feel like is better. It took me a few games to get used to like pass and run coverage defense. I know you don't know a ton about that stuff, but it's stuff you can kind of see ahead of the play where, higher skilled defensive players will react better than others. I really feel like they've clamped down on some of that stuff that was easy to kind of manipulate in the past, and it's harder this year.
Okay.
I've been playing on All Pro, which there's 4 difficulties. There's Easy, Pro, All Pro, and Madden.
Okay. So that's like hard
Madden.
mode.
Yeah, so it's hard, but not very hard. I'm not a competitive Madden player. I'm a casual, enjoy it for the franchise mode. I don't go online and play or anything like that. But yeah, so it's been really good if you can manipulate the defense ahead of time, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown, actually, I think. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm playing a game with the Bills are my team. If you see on the video, it's actually game day today.
So you get all the actual Bills players?
Yeah, I just played a quick game of real life.
Okay.
Just Bills versus Chiefs.
And their stats are based off how well they did last year? Or?
Yeah, so players all have individual ratings.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that come up online, especially ahead of the season where it's a rookie or maybe it's Patrick Mahomes. Like Patrick Mahomes is a 95 this year. Like they can go up to a 99.
Okay.
But they have all these sub ratings, just kind of like an RPG character would have, where throwing power is this, medium throw accuracy is this rating.
Gotcha.
Where they all have different. And even when you're playing through the season, they like progress week by week. So like I said, it kind of goes week by week when you're playing the franchise mode, where each week you have like a different list of tasks to do. And one of them is like improving your players. So
How do you improve them?
You get to like put points like into those certain categories, just like you would at RPG.
You like earn points from games, and you can put them into certain.
Yeah, a lot of times it's based on how well you played in the game. Like if a player scores 2 or 3 touchdowns, which is a lot, like you're more likely to have them improvement points for them
For that specific character.
for that next week.
Oh,
Yeah, for that specific player.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I know you can't see this, but I'm going to score a touchdown right here to Gabe Davis. There he is. He's wide open. Put him on a hot route. And now we're going to get into, dude, they even have, you watch a little bit of football, I guess, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's on the TV.
You know how it's become more and more common to have these like choreographed celebration dances?
Yes.
Where it's like all the dudes are in on it at the same time. And Madden has that, especially, well, after you score a touchdown, you have like 4 options, but you only have like 3 seconds to pick. Mm-hmm. So you can choose like dance or swagger or spike ball. So you can like control what your guy does after the touchdown.
That's cute.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny. Okay, so we're jumping into the franchise mode now. As you see here, so this is the franchise menu. So I'm in week 5. Yeah, I'm in week 5. You can see I'm just going to run through some of the options that you can do in franchise mode, whether it's improving players or, game plans. I didn't even talk about game plan. That's a huge deal in the NFL, is preparing specifically for your opponent and what they're good at.
Is that new in this game?
No, they've always had that. It's a little more detailed now, I feel like. How's the cake, by the way?
It's so good. I feel like a toddler.
Yeah, just getting it out, pinching it out.
It's so good.
You can also scout college players. That's kind of what I'm going into now. The draft is obviously a huge deal in the NFL. You can see the map here, so you can even scout regionally. So sometimes your team is stronger scouting in the Midwest, so you can choose the Midwest, kind of go through their players and look at them. And once the combine comes around, you can see their numbers and decide who you're going to draft. So it's really detailed as far as that stuff goes. So have you ever played Madden? Ever?
No.
Never?
No. I think I've watched some people play it, maybe.
So Zach doesn't play Madden. And Caden doesn't play Madden either?
I don't know if Caden does. He's always gamed in his bedroom.
Yeah.
So I don't think maybe he does. I thought he plays NBA.
Okay.
I know.
2K is really popular too. I think Zach used to be really into 2K, I want to say.
Yes. Yeah. Him and his brother is super into it, so he'll play it like with his brother, kind of a thing. So he likes it, but he really likes it because his brother plays.
Gotcha. What else am I going through here? Marketing, finances. Oh yeah, there's advertising dollars. You can choose where your advertising dollars go, and that goes into your income as well. Just super detailed.
Seems like they just keep adding on more and more. Like it just gets more and more layered.
But you can see why. Well, you know what kind of gamer I am, so you can kind of see why I would be pulled to this mode specifically.
Yeah.
Because of the role playing aspect.
Right.
Or like I said, it's almost like a life sim. Because you can create your owner too. Name him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mine's just Micah, so that's how it goes. Yeah.
That's super cool. That sounds fun for people who like sports. I like it.
Super cool. See there, parking, stadium. All right. So let's move off of that. But Madden 24, I'm having a good time with it. Gameplay has improved. Player models have improved. Looks more, close to life than ever. And if you love football, gets that gaming itch out on you. And Madden sells a zillion copies, whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a big competitive game. There's even like a TV show for it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Tournaments and all that stuff. Madden's really
crazy.
popular with that.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
All right, so I've been knee deep in Madden. I'm excited for some things coming up. I'm getting ready to make a huge switch in gameplay. We'll get to that in a minute. What have you been playing?
Well, have I made the announcement about my recent accomplishment here yet?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Huge announcement, life announcement. Okay.
Here it comes.
Here it is. I beat Hyrule Warriors.
Oh my goodness. 100%? Did you 100%?
100%.
What year did that game come out?
Oh, God.
Like 2014?
It was so long ago. Yeah. I played it for like 8 years because I had it on the Wii U. Then I restarted it on the Switch. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a long time coming.
What did the total play hours end up at? Probably over 800?
Yeah, it had to be over
something.
Yeah, it had to be over 800.
Jesus.
And I did it. All of adventure mode. I got an A on all of adventure mode.
What is that?
That doesn't mean anything to anybody because nobody else plays adventure mode. But adventure mode is like you play through. How do you explain it? So it's like they give you a map of a game. So like the original Legend of Zelda map, and it's split up into like 100 different tiles, and each tile is a board that you have to beat. And so there's like 16 different maps, and I beat every single tile on every single map with an A, 100%.
And they each have like 4,800 enemies in each tile.
Right. And then some of them have collectibles. Some of them you need to get an A rank in order to get this or that. But I did it. Everything is 100% in that game. There's nothing left for me to do.
That's crazy. You think you'll ever play it again?
No.
I'm over it.
I'm so glad to be done with that game. So, in celebration, I've started Hyrule Warriors 2 immediately.
Age of Calamity?
Yes.
Got it.
So allegedly this game is canon to the
to the lore, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard that too.
Breath of the Wild games. It's pretty dry, pretty bland, to be honest. The story is fine. I'm just playing it because I'm already in it. I've already started.
You didn't even. So how many days went between you playing regular Hyrule Warriors and moving on to Age of Calamity?
0.
0 days? Did you already have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew the end was coming. So I was in GameStop one day and I was like, there it is. I should just grab it.
And you transferred right in. So what do you like? Do you like Age of Calamity more, or you like anything about it more?
Yeah. So you can tell that there's like a 10 to 15 year difference between these games. It's like a totally, completely different game. The only things that are the same are like really just the basic button commands, like light attack, strong attack, block.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Everything else is totally different. Feels like a different game. Even the maps, like how they're run. There's no outposts. The outposts are just like the dungeons. It's just completely differently done. I really like it as much as I can for somebody that's been stuck in this for 10 years.
I can't believe you just moved. You didn't even need a break. You're just like, yeah.
Well, it also sucks because, when you like beat a game and you're all max leveled and you're like just a badass, then you have to go back to level 1.
Yeah.
That's like kind of that feeling I'm in right now where I'm like, I'm so under leveled and weak.
So do you start as Link?
Yeah.
Regular old Breath of the Wild version of Link. So who do you have unlocked so far?
I have Link, Zelda, Impa, the 4 Guardians, and the Deku tree thing. Not the like old Deku tree, the
when you find the turn in your seeds.
Yeah, that one. Like the one with the
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it so far.
So we'll check back in with you in another 8 years. See when you got. Well, you told me there's something like there wasn't a progress meter or.
It's not the same. Like the other one was like you do the main storyline and then there's adventure mode, which is all the different maps. This one is not like that. It's just like the main storyline, but there's side quests. Okay. So I'm going to do all the side quests, but I don't think it's going to take me 8 years. I think it'll just be like 1 or 2. Hopefully.
Just a couple of years.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I feel so good. I feel free.
Yeah.
No more of these games.
On to the next game.
Yes.
Man, are you having a good time? Like,
it's pretty okay.
Yeah, that's how it was with the last 6 years of Hyrule Warriors. This game's not that great. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend money on it if I were you guys.
I just can't stop.
Yeah, I'm just in it now.
It's hilarious. And you also have been playing, and I really like this kind of setup ritual, whatever you have going, where you play these decision-based, narrative-based games with a group of friends.
Yes.
So let's hear about that. What are you playing?
So we're playing The Quarry, which is made by the same people that made Until Dawn, House of Ashes, Little Hope, Man of Medan, and The Devil Within. And phenomenal games. They're my favorite style of horror games because other than Until Dawn, they can all be made multiplayer where each person controls one character. So these games are narrative based, meaning you're just playing through a story and you're making decisions and that progresses the story. So there is like some action, like you quick time events, shooting, holding buttons. So that's like you're holding your breath, not breathing, like holding still. Yeah. But it's really mostly just narrative based. You're just making decisions and each person plays a character and those decisions not only affect yourself, but other characters. So this game has 8 playable characters. So we invited 7 friends over. Well, 6 friends because Zach's, already there. So,
each person that's in your house.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah.
Represents
plays a
character and makes those decisions.
Yep. So basically what'll happen is it'll say, all right, player 1 up, Laura. And then you hand that controller to me and I play through all their decisions.
Okay, so
and
you
then
pass the controller even.
Yep. So it says player 2, Eric, hand it off. And then that determines how the story unfolds, who survives, who dies. It's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome. So we're about 5 hours in. So about halfway through the game based off of Google Playtime. And everybody's still alive, which is good. This is the longest game they've released because I think Until Dawn was like 6 or 7 hours average. And then the Dark Anthology series, which was House of Ashes, Little Hope, and Man of Medan, and Devil Within, were all about 4 to 6 hours. So this is a really long game for them. But I think they've been doing it pretty well. I'm not sure if it's really predictable or if we're just way off with how we feel about this game's going. So we're loving it so far. These kinds of games are so fun because same couch co-op is almost non-existent now. So whenever when I messaged my friends to come do this, a lot of them were like, okay, well, I can be online next weekend and I'll buy the game this time. And I was like, no. I bought the game. So all 8 of us are going to hang out in my living room.
Yeah, you have to come
We're all
over.
Gonna play it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just almost unheard of now.
Yeah.
And like, it was so much fun. Like, I made mimosas again for everybody and people brought over pizza and snacks. And we just spent the day hanging out, playing the game, having a blast.
That's the ultimate couch co-op.
It is. 8 people.
Got 8 people.
I didn't even know I had 8 friends.
They all came.
And in our adult schedules, we all found time that we were all available, which was noon on Sunday. So we're meeting noon on Sunday again.
Yeah, that's probably a good time for everybody because that's the lazy day.
Yeah, that's when everybody has off. Nobody's working. Even the service industry people,
Yeah.
So we all were able to get together. So we're going to do it again.
So I know you always really like the characters in these games. So what character are you?
I'm Laura.
What does she look like?
She's blonde with a ponytail.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she's got like a baseball
top.
cap on. Yeah. And I don't know if I died in the first half hour or if I'm just coming back later, but I have not played for like 4.5 hours.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so they're really good at making you think some characters died when they didn't too, so I'm really just holding on to hope. I was the first person to play and I played for the first 30 minutes of the game and then I haven't played since, so really nobody knows what's going on with my character right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I know, it's really good. I
Maybe
love
you're
these
a
games.
ghost.
It could be a ghost. Ooh.
It's the time of year.
Yeah. So love these games. Can't recommend them enough. Brenda Song is in it, and Ashley Tisdale was in House of Ashes. We called it the Ashley Tisdale Simulator. So they got really good name actors in them.
Yeah. I don't recognize a lot of the other ones, but man, looks creepy. Looks creepy.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Revolves around a Corey somehow, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we've been playing. Madden, Hyrule Warriors, some more. And your cool thing with Corey. So are you doing that again this Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. So you might even finish it.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
Maybe 2 more sessions.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 more. That's cool, though. All right. Good to be back. We're going to take a quick break. We are brought to you by www.betterhelp.com/the barn. Black Bayou Coffee Roasters, which we're going to have some exciting news coming for you soon from Black Bayou, and Healthy Hemp Gear. Go check out all of those sites. There's discounts for you there. Those are up on our Facebook, and we will be back right after this.
You are listening to Micah and Alyssa on Birds and Swords. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and smash that like button.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/the barn. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/the barn.
Welcome back to Cake and Swords. Hold up the cake. This is the damage. Well, you saw Alyssa eat some of it.
I'm sure.
Here, let me grab my fork. We didn't even get plates. Yeah, you can see it pretty good. We're just eating towards.
At least I got a fork now.
We're just eating towards the middle. So it's been fun. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. This was so nice. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
I'll text you tomorrow and to wish you again. What are you doing tomorrow? You're going out to eat with the mamas and the papas?
Yeah. So I'm going to work and then go out to eat. So
And
pretty
eat something
nice.
good. I pulled up AJ O'Brady's, by the way. I pulled up they've got a full menu. It's
Yeah.
got, like pizzas, burgers,
I love bar food. That's what it seems like they got. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm all about. So birthday bar food, here I come. Birthday shots.
Yes.
Yes.
Last year of your 20s.
It is.
Enjoy it.
I'm gonna live that out a little bit. I feel it. I really do.
Feel it in my knees.
I feel it in my knees and my back. Really coming down on me.
They go by fast. The older you get, days just fall off the calendar. But happy for you. I'll text you tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good dinner with the folks.
Thank you.
That'll be good times. So we are excited for games coming out this fall, right?
Yes.
Games. Now, I'm more of a buy a game on day one than you are, probably.
Yes. I'm like year 3.
Yeah. But there are a couple games I know you're looking forward to that you'll at least buy around that window.
Yeah.
So we'll get to those. But first, let's talk about one of the biggest, there's not a Mario game that comes out very often, right? So Super Mario Brothers Wonder, that one's coming out. Side-scrolling platformer, kind of like the ones what were the ones on Wii called? New Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
Wii.
Yeah.
And then the Wii U. I don't know if the majority loves these. They might be more on board with the 3D ones, but I'm old school, so I love the side-scrolling, 2D Mario.
And this is like such a quirky version of the side-scrolling.
Yeah, it looks, there's these like certain flowers that you get. I think it's coming up in the video here. There's these certain flowers that you get that like transforms the world. It's almost like you start tripping.
Yeah.
Like, eat some shrooms, jump into this thing. Yeah, there it is. There's some kind of blue star flower, and I've seen elephants, right? Mario turns into an elephant,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So all these really, really wacky things, which I'm excited to find out about, because even when Nintendo's super wacky, it's always done really, really well.
Agreed.
But at the same time, with this Mario, I'm worried because it's built for up to 4 players, right? So I feel like the levels are designed that way, and they're not designed for one player like Mario 1, 2, 3, Super Mario World. All those games are designed for one player. So that's the only thing that kind of worries me, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that, and it was the same thing with Super Mario Brothers Wii, where you could just tell certain areas you can only reach this point if you have 4 people and you bounce off each other's heads, or, whatever it is, in order to get up there. So that's the only kind of negative takeaway I have as far as excitement for this one. Are you going to play it? You probably won't buy it.
I probably won't. I mean, I still have to play Odyssey, and that was like 5 years out now.
Man, Odyssey is not a side-scrolling platformer.
No,
really.
not at all.
It's a must-play, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really good.
I know. I'm really behind on Mario. But I hope my mom plays this game. Like, she said she probably won't because she loves the originals. But this feels like an updated original.
Yeah.
Like, just watching the gameplay, it's side-scrolling again. It's got all the quirky shit that you've been looking for.
Jump on the flagpole at the end.
Yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. This is like the nostalgic beast we want. So I hope she plays it. I hope I play it. I'm sure I will. It just might take 5 to 6 years. So
at some point.
I'll check in later.
And it's also not a knock on the 4-player thing, because if you have a family, or if you're playing with your kids or siblings or friends or whoever,
it'll be a blast.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. It gets a little chaotic sometimes, I feel like. Like there's too much going on at the screen. You can't keep track of your character and things like that. But I think overall, I mean, Nintendo rarely fails, especially with Mario games. And we haven't had a true Mario installment in years. So
yeah,
this is a big deal.
It'll be so fun.
October 20th, which is actually the exact same day that Spider-Man's coming out.
No way.
And I want to buy both of those day one. I'll probably end up going with Spider-Man. So Spider-Man 2 coming out October 20th. We both played. Did you play? You played Miles Morales.
I'm playing it now. I'm about like 5 hours into it right now.
Okay. And that game's not super long. So you're probably a quarter. It's probably a 20-hour experience.
Yeah, it says 19% through it. So yeah, that sounds right.
I like the story better in that one. But what's cool about Spider-Man 2 is maybe it's the play on 2, because you get to play as Peter Parker and Miles Morales, 2 different Spider-Men.
That's so cool. That's going to be so awesome.
What was the word of the day?
Bird.
I was going to try. It's not bird.
Oh, sorry. It was just
bird.
habit.
It's not bird. Symbiote?
Oh, yes.
Symbiote. I was going to try to play it cool and be like, I know what this word is. And maybe more people have heard it, but I haven't. So there's a big thing with the new games, the symbiote suit, where Spider-Man kind of becomes Venom. We watched some gameplay earlier where he's got like the black, force powers. And the gameplay looked killer. Like, I am all in on that symbiote suit.
That looks so cool.
Like I mentioned, Miles Morales is going to be in the game as well. It's hard to say how much time you spend with each of them. I would guess that it's probably like a 50-50 split. Maybe a little more Peter Parker.
Yeah. If I were to guess, probably something along those lines.
And then Miles has bioelectric powers this time around. So some kind of electricity stuff.
Well, he has that in his game, too.
Yeah, I think everything is going to be amplified, because they did say... new districts of NYC to explore, which says to me the map's bigger.
Yeah.
Because there's no way
what else could you do otherwise?
There's no way they're cutting anything that's already in there.
Yeah.
But fresh set of skills, abilities, suits to unlock, and I love the suits. Did you enjoy like chasing after suit requisites and unlocking them and stuff?
Yeah.
And the cat.
Well, you're the one that showed me the cat one,
the cat,
Miles Morales.
The cat suit is
so awesome.
Yeah, that's killer.
With the combos.
Yep.
The finishers.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, he comes in. There's specific cat finisher moves.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. As far as villains, Kraven the Hunter is the main one. If you're familiar with Spider-Man, you're definitely familiar with him. And then Venom's been a big focus as part of the marketing, everything they've done as far as promoting the game. Venom has been included.
Yeah.
You know, he's a popular visual figure. People be like, oh yeah, I know Venom for sure. So Venom will be in there, and like I mentioned, the suit where you have the Venom powers, so that's going to be cool. October 20th from Insomniac. Insomniac does not make bad games, so I'm super stoked for Spider-Man. Like I said, it comes out the same day as Mario Wonder, so that's at least interesting.
Yeah.
Because those are two
I feel like they'll both do great
games.
because of just like the complete different groups that play them. I think that they'll both do just fine.
And there's plenty of people that'll buy and play both.
Yeah. Agreed. Me.
Like me. like both of us.
Yeah.
I bet you don't play Spider-Man 2 until like March.
It'll be, maybe even of next year.
Maybe even of 2026.
Yeah, we don't even know.
We don't even know
We'll
yet.
never know.
Another one I'm super excited for, even wearing the retro shirt today.
Yes.
You can see give me some applause. You can see Sub-Zero. This is one of the original fatalities from the Sega Genesis version. Mortal Kombat 1, actually. So they've introduced time travel kind of in the lore, so now they can just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, we've got Liu Kang on the cover. He was a main story focus of Mortal Kombat 11, so it all makes sense that he's on the cover here with Mortal Kombat 1 and kind of rejuvenating the franchise. He's been there since the beginning on, Super Nintendo and Sega. So what's different? I know you looked ahead at this. What's different with Mortal Kombat? We got some new characters. What do we got?
Yeah, so I did not play 11. I played 10. So 11, if I repeat anything that's already in 11, I apologize. But basically, this Mortal Kombat 1 is the sequel to 11, but also a complete reboot of the series.
Right.
So it's somehow both because of the time travel thing that they've introduced. But we're going to be seeing some new gameplay features within it. One of them is the quitality.
Oh, like quitting?
Yeah, so if someone quits the game. So allegedly, we've kind of seen this since 10, where if someone quits the game, their head just explodes and they're done. But they're going to kind of like dive into this a little deeper with this game. They're going to have, perhaps you get impaled by something, or you take your head and you just crack the neck.
Like a suicide?
Yeah. Wow. So it's going to be a little bit more brutal if you quit during an online match. Yeah, exactly. So that's something we can look forward to. Something else with the gameplay is quick dashing, running, or sprinting.
Ooh.
Which is not, I didn't even think of that. I honestly, when they introduced that, I didn't realize how much I wanted it.
They had them in the old ones, like Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat Ultimate.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 3. Those were popular in arcades and then came to console. But you could like double tap something, they'd like run across the screen.
Yeah. It seems like you're going to be able to dash and sprint now again. So that'll be really nice to have back.
I'm down with that. I didn't know that. I've actually kind of been, you know me, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, so I've kind of been staying away from looking stuff up online, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of like story, plot, character stuff. It's mostly just gameplay.
Yeah.
Blocking upwards is one of them. So not being able to like stop those upward combos that are coming on in hot, the flying kicks and stuff, you'll be able to block that now. So that'll be really nice. But in opposition, you'll also be able to do mid-air combos. So we've seen a little bit of that in the previous games where you could do like a couple mid-air stuff.
Yeah.
But your character in Mortal Kombat 1 will be able to float for a couple seconds, and you'll be able to actually initiate full combos in the air. So it's going to be smoother, prettier, and more brutal.
Have you seen gameplay of that?
A little bit.
The gameplay show?
I think I saw some of. I think it was Scorpion that I saw a little bit.
Okay.
It looked pretty smooth from what I saw.
Yeah.
So in the past, you've been able to do a couple punches or a couple kicks, but this is looking like you'll be able to do full combos, which will be kind of a game changer for the series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And other than that, something that like we've kind of seen a little bit of, but it's a different take, is you're going to have kind of like a back character. So essentially you're going to choose your main character.
Like the tag team or whatever.
It'll be tag team, but it'll be less prominent. So it's not that you're playing two characters. It's that during the fight, you'll be able to call on the secondary character to finish a combo. So we've seen this in the past. We've seen the double characters playing between the two and all of that stuff. And I think this will be a more subtle version of that, just being able to kind of combo up with this secondary character.
I have seen some of that in the gameplay, but I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah.
That's cool that you don't have to like take them over completely.
Right. It's not like, it doesn't seem like it's like a health bar character. It's not somebody that you fully play through, but they can come in and like kind of finish your shit. You
More
know?
like a move.
Yeah. Kind of a combo breaker kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's kind of like the new stuff.
I agree with that. What about new characters? Do we have any new characters?
I didn't look up new characters.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess I looked up the character list, but I only played like 9, 10, and like one from many years ago.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't really know who's really new.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 new ones. They've announced like the first pack of DLC. I'm sorry, I don't remember those.
I can look it up right now.
They're big on releasing like almost like celebrity characters as part of their DLCs. Like you could be Freddy Krueger or Rambo.
Classic.
Yeah. So,
I have all confirmed characters, but it doesn't say who's new.
Okay. No, that's okay. Like I said, I think there's 2 or 3. There might just be 2. Of course, you've got to add a couple, right? But most of the original roster is still there. So we're ready for that. Actually comes out Friday, September 14th, if you got the collector's edition, which comes with like the season pass and things like that. Otherwise, you wait until the next Tuesday, which is September 19th. That's what I'm doing. I'm just buying the standard, but super excited to rip some heads off.
Woo!
Never gets old, man. Never gets old. Love it. All right, what else we got?
Spooky.
Oh yeah, it is spooky season.
It is that time.
So, what was it I said? October 27th, Alan Wake 2.
Woo!
One of your favorites.
Yes.
So,
Brewski introduced me to that game.
Really?
Yes.
Come
he gave
from,
me
like,
his
the GameStop tree.
Yes, he had like the collector's edition that he let me have. So I got to play all the DLC and everything with it.
Yeah, Alan Wake is awesome. Super well written, super spooky gameplay. So Alan Wake 2 coming out October 27th, right before Halloween. So what do we know about Alan Wake?
Not a lot. Everything I've been looking up has been saying not a lot of information released. But here's what we got. Alan Wake 2, the sequel to the first Alan Wake, which was phenomenal. So if those that remember playing it 10, 15 years ago is you were an author writing a book, spooky things from the book are happening to you, and you have a flashlight that can kind of like scare away the scary...
Yeah, that's like literally all you have is a flashlight.
You just have the flashlight. So the difference is coming up with the second game is we're going to have 2 playable characters. Alan Wake is back, but we also have an FBI agent, and she's going to be a secondary story. There's not a lot released on her yet. What her story is, how it entangles with Alan Wake, just that she's in it and she's you're going to be playable. The second is they're going to be incorporating a lot of live action sequences.
Really?
So a lot like Quantum Break, if you played that.
Yeah.
Which same people made that as Alan Wake, and there's a lot of Easter eggs in that game. They're going to do the same thing with Alan Wake 2, where they have a lot of live action sequences with real actors portraying.
So how do you feel about that? Do you like that?
I do. I think that we're far enough along. Like if you had done this in like 1995, it would have been weird. But like we're far enough in like graphics and video games that it's like not a massive jump.
One of the old Need for Speeds, like it's laughable now. One of the old Need for Speeds had like live action story actors.
I thought Quantum Break was one of the first. That's so funny.
No, Need for Speed did it in like 2010.
Oh,
gosh. It was really bad.
I think like the difference, because they kind of cut between the scenes, the difference is noticeable. Like don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh my god, I can't tell the difference between live action and video game.
Right.
Like the difference is there, but I think we're far enough along that we can kind of look past that and just enjoy it. And that's how I felt about Quantum Break too, it was very obvious what the live action sequences were, but they really added to the story, so it was fine. So I think though, if they do it well, it'll go great, just depending how they incorporate it with the story. So live action sequences, 2 playable characters. We're bringing the flashlight back. That's going to be a big part of the gameplay.
Thank God, that flashlight.
Yes, but this will be the first, as the company announces it, their first survival horror game, which means that the flashlight is not your weapon this time. You will have a gun and you will have ammo and you have to survive. So it's not just a matter of getting through the story with your flashlight pointing at the scary beasts. You're going to have ammo and resources, health packs. It's going to feel more Resident Evil-y.
Yeah,
it is.
Because I bet everything's like super limited.
Yes,
like,
so it's gonna feel
3 bullets,
right, and that's kind of based off of what I've been reading. That's kind of what we're getting from this game. So it's gonna be more Resident Evil than Alan Wake 1. So that'll be interesting to see how like their fan base takes that. Like me.
Especially after the long layoff.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those games, almost like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Where there's like, it's been
so
long. So my expectations like go up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
And up.
I have really high expectations. I'm really interested because I mean, the survival horror games are fun, but what I really liked about Alan Wake was that it was so different. So if this just feels like Resident Evil, I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have on me, but also like the stuff I have seen looks really great.
Yeah, I was going to say the story will be better, but the story of Resident Evil shouldn't be underrated either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to play it too. I'm a big Alan Wake fan. I don't feel like they've done enough marketing around. Like, I feel like people have forgotten that it's coming out.
Yes, I totally agree. And it's coming out soon.
6 weeks,
I'm not seeing enough of it anywhere. Like, just promote it. We don't even know anything about the game, really.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere that I look is like no information available.
Which is okay.
Right, you don't have to have a lot of information, but let's remind your fans that it's there.
Yeah. I'm super excited to play it. You think you'll buy it right around? Because, like I said, it comes out 4 days before Halloween.
I know,
you're going to be in spooky mood.
Spooky season.
Spooky mood. That'll be a good one to play around there.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably do our House of Horrors before then, so we probably won't be able to talk about it unless some more news comes out or something.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I know there's more stuff coming out. What's the Call of Duty this year? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is coming out, if you care.
I don't, but I appreciate those that do.
Oh, man. I was looking at an upcoming games list. There's a game coming out that's called, like, I Suck at Parking.
No, it's me. It's me.
It's like one of those like lawnmower simulator type things, I think.
That's too funny.
I don't know if it's actually called that. It's called something close to that. I Suck at Parking. But release season is upon us. Whatever games you like to enjoy, or there's probably at least 1 or 2 of that genre coming out for you this fall.
Tell us about indie games because I'm missing out.
Yep, indie games. They always have the indie game sales, but I ended up just chasing them down on Google, and they've been out on Steam for 3 years, and I have to read that review, and you know that's usually how it goes. So, okay, first video episode in the books. That's a wrap. Hopefully it went well. We'll have more content coming to you soon. It'll only get better. So those are the things we've been playing. Those are the things that we are looking forward to. Anything else you want to add? Anything else you're looking forward to?
No, that's pretty much it.
Play some Mario. We're going to finish the Quarry. We'll have an update on that. See how many people lived and how many people died. How many? You said 8 total?
8 people total. Okay. The first time I played Until Dawn, I got 3 people out, but that was just me playing alone. Yeah. Man of Medan, we got everyone except 2 people out, so out of 4. Okay, that's about 50%.
Sometimes it's hard, man, in those games. Like you have like 5 seconds to decide something that could be the fate of a character.
Well, it's kind of like Little Hope was a really good game, but it's not, the replayability is not super high because you realize there's really only one ending.
Yeah.
So like each game is so different, but I have high hopes for us in this one.
Yeah. I look forward to the update. So next Sunday, so maybe next episode, we'll have the game done.
Yeah.
Because it might be 2 Sundays.
That's the hope.
We'll see. All right. Thanks for spending the time with us. We're brought to you by www.betterhelp.com/The Barn, Black Bayou Coffee Roasters, and Healthy Hemp Gear. Alyssa?
Bye.